Principle and Money Talks. From Russian oil, FTX to Keppel O&M. Can money, like the Chinese saying money makes mayor go, change one's principle and follow the way of money? Cheap Russian oil is here to help us make big profits by mixing them with other expensive oil? So simple and so quick. Money talks beat the principle. Imposing sanctions on Russian oil either by price limit or import ban seems to be a joke. Where there is money, there is a will to make it, principle or no principle. Singapore imposes sanctions on Russia over the war in Ukraine. Lee Kuan Yew once said if there were no international law and order, and big fish eat small fish and small fish eat shrimps, we wouldn't exist. Singapore is committed to international law and order. So, we joined US-led Western countries and imposed sanctions on Russia. However, only 20 to 25% of the United Nations members agreed to impose sanctions. Is the repackaging of Russian oil for or against international law and order? Money talks have a way. Keppel O&M is another case of money talks. Corruption is not allowed in Singapore, but because of international business, our executives only get a warning for doing so in Brazil. What makes the local law and order different from international law and order is money talks. Money is really an evil that moves and changes one's principle. What about FTX? Again, we say we must be very careful with money. We cannot let our debts pass to our children. In Singapore, we check and audit every cent we spend. However, outside Singapore, we fail to conduct proper due diligence on FTX. There seems to be a double standard here, just like go chok tong sue or not sue is based on brotherhood. No wonder Lee Hsien Loong also did the same. Suing or not suing also based on brotherhood or sisterhood. The PAP is having a crisis of double standard, shifting principle. And they expect to have the same public trust and strong mandate as before. Possible or not?